Oh, yeah, fuck them Kansas City Chiefs. How about them motherfucking Broncos, baby? That's right, back at it again. It's a Two Penny Podcast, and the best thing ever was and Mike actually told me about it, but he says, "Dude, they're" was it you that told me? Somebody did
I
anyway. They
think
said
Bandit brought it up.
they were playing once the Broncos, and they were walking off the field after beating the Chiefs, and the Chiefs were on the field, so walking off, they played Taylor Swift, "Shake It
Shake
Off,"
it
and
off.
I think that is
And good luck.
fantastic. Yeah, so good. Um, yeah, back at it again, and guess what? Because we do this on Monday nights, we, record on YouTube, and then we release the audio portion on Fridays each and every week coming
Yep.
at you.
We're late tonight. My
We're late
fault.
tonight because Mike had to do some worky so he can do some trick or treating tomorrow night. Trick or skeet, motherfucker.
Eee. Skeet, skeet.
Hey, do you think that they let trick or treaters around St. Joe's house?
Uh, it's there's probably signs posted, like enter at
Ah,
your own risk.
I bet if you plucked a fucking whisker out of his fucking goatee, you definitely could test it for some 9-year-olds.
Ooh, that's
He's got
disgusting.
he's St. Joe. Um, I I listen to his podcast every week. I listen to a lot of people's podcast in like 1.25 speed.
Yeah.
And it's mainly so I can get through it and you don't hear any of the stuff like we're doing now, the ums or the uhs or anything. It just kind of cruises. And he was talking about horror films this
So it
week.
sounded like
It sounded like horror.
horror,
Every
horror,
time he said
horror.
it, horror film. Oh, the best horror, horror,
Those
horror.
horror villains.
And then Keb comes in, and then Sleevey G comes in, and they're all saying just horror. So it's normal to hear Keb say horror, but you don't hear horror every day on the Nailed It podcast.
Yeah. And did you
So
notice something else about the episode?
fucking audio was
No,
fantastic.
there was no snap,
No,
crackle, or pops.
I mean, no, it was fantastic. The audio was great. It made it 10 times more enjoyable to listen to. It was great. And damn, that's a big starburst behind me. I mean, this is the thumbnail for
You look like you're about 2 steps away from taking a cup of ayahuasca and puking your guts
hell
out for
yeah.
about 3 days.
I might just do it, man. Coming to you live from motherfucking Burning Man. I am here. But yeah, so yeah, tomorrow is in real days is trick or treating, Halloweeny, and by the time we get here on Friday, if you're just listening to us, go back and check out the YouTube. Why not? Go back, go back in time. You know, back to the future, not future, or
Back
something.
to the past
Back to the past.
and then back to the future because you'll turn it off at some point.
Yeah, you will. You'll get very tired of listening to us fucking ramble on. But yeah, how about the motherfucking Broncos? What'd you think? I
Yeah.
know you watched every game, so I mean, how were you feeling? I mean, I know old Patrick Mahomes, everybody saying, "Oh, he had the flu and he was so strong for still going out there." Fuck you. I mean, it's still a football game. If it's that bad and he thought he hurt his team on purpose, then are you trying to tell me that his backup was better than he was in that capacity? No.
Hey, I think we got like 5 turnovers. The defense played great. They put the offense in really good scoring positions. I didn't necessarily believe that the offense looked like anything spectacular, but they were in good enough positions where they were able to capitalize on it and win
Yeah.
win pretty solid. That they kept them from scoring any touchdowns, which is pretty dang hard to do with that Chiefs offense. So flu or not,
Yeah, flu or
we
not,
broke the
fucking
streak. So fuck
homies.
you, Chiefs.
That's right. One every 5 years ain't bad. Or
And you know
longer.
what? Realistically, there's still plenty of season left. So if they can continue, it could still be an okay season.
It could be. I don't hold out a lot of hope. Let's just be real here. I mean, the
I'm not
Chiefs
saying
are
like
the
playoff runs,
Chiefs.
like
The let's talk about a real run. Me going
the runs in your
nutso
pants.
in those are real too. Me going nutso in my NFL weekly pick'ems.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
and rooting against your team.
I didn't root. I was if anybody told you the day before, "Hey, you have $1,000.
Yeah.
You have to pick a winner here." And that's the only money, not the line, not the points, the winner. You would have put it on Kansas City.
Well, there was a lot of factors that could have changed the
Oh,
outcome.
don't
So
even just stop it. You would have gone Kansas City, just like everybody else and their mama. Same with San Fran over Cincinnati, although Cincinnati actually looked like a real football team yesterday. So yeah, good for me and good for my
yeah,
pocketbook because I'm 2 games ahead and I still haven't. And there's tonight's game to be played, so I'm going to win.
just do it.
Just motherfucking do it. Um, Also, there was a bonus episode of Refiltered Keb in the
Yeah.
Car that came out today. Did you get a chance to listen to it?
It didn't come out today. I listened to it
Or did it come out
um
2 days ago?
Saturday maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, Saturday. Um, I
I
didn't get a
listened to
chance
what
to
I
listen to it
I
until
listened to what I could on the way to work.
I didn't listen to any pods until Monday. Saturday and Sunday, I don't listen to shit. But yeah, Keb in the car. That's a scary thought. Fucking maniac. Ramblings of a madman. But another thing is now on the refiltered shows, there's like 3 minutes of fucking bullshit before you even get to the podcast. Now there's advertisements, and then he does his own their you know whatever UNF pod or Unfiltered Studios. If you'd like to be uplifted, I mean whatever that fucking thing is, which is great, good for them. But I'm like, I just want to get to the show, so I find myself just fast forwarding through
Bing,
all
bing,
that
bing, bing, bing.
shit. Little
Sure.
get right down to business because it's
I heard
business time.
there's a group of our audience that does that just to get to the musical ministry at the end, so it's
You heard wrong.
understandable.
You heard wrong. maybe you. You're like, I want to hear my part.
Yeah.
Um,
What song did I play again? Oh yeah.
yeah, no fucking clue because nobody remembers. If it was a couple years ago, ain't no way. I think we were talking about this earlier. Ain't no way Mahomes would have even been allowed to play.
Yeah, they would have fucking snatched his ass right out of the game and probably half
You
the
can't
team with him.
play. COVID, flu, all this bullshit.
I so I think they should make a 30 for 30 on the Broncos when Kendall Hinton had to play quarterback because they struck all three quarterbacks for COVID exposure. And so we had to stick in random rookie who had never played quarterback before. And it's not like he did great, but it's just such a bizarre story.
Yeah, I was yesterday the Jets and the Giants played. They only play once every 4 years. It's a big deal out here where I'm at, obviously, because they both share the same stadium. I don't know why I did the jerk me off symbol or hand jive, but I did.
Well, you can only take so much New York like in
That's
one
right.
fucking thing.
It's fucking, it's horrible.
So
And
who was the home team? Because they're both fucking
the
playing there.
fucking Giants, bro. The stadium was blue, so it was the Giants were home. But what's funny is they both have home locker rooms there, so obviously they don't have to change out carpets and locker rooms and all that shit and coaching and stuff.
That's
So
easier.
yeah, they have one visitors room and two home teams locker
Yeah.
rooms there. But the quarterback for, I mean, obviously Aaron Rodgers is out.
Yeah.
Um, but so Zach
Zach
Wilson's
Wilson.
playing. But on the Giants, their starter was out, and then their second stringer got hurt in the first quarter. So they had their third string, this kid Vinny Torrentino bullshit, Totino's Pizza.
And he's a New York native more than
He's a no, he's a
likely.
Jersey kid. He's a
Yeah.
Jersey kid. He's like right outside the stadium. I think I think he used to probably
He was in
sell
the swamps
tickets.
out there.
Yeah, he's in the swamps, and but it was cool to watch him play. They didn't let him throw the ball. They threw the ball twice, I think, and they were
Yeah.
both times little flares to the running back. So it wasn't like they were letting him rip it downfield, unfortunately. But people still cheered for him, and so that's cool. But a lot of backup quarterbacks getting a lot of time in the NFL.
Oh, Kirk Cousins is done, man.
Oh, he's
He went the Aaron
done,
Rodgers route and
done,
fucking
son.
popped his Achilles.
His Achilles. That Achilles just frickin' snapped like a wishbone, baby.
His calf rolled up like one of those old window shades on the
Just fuck.
cartoons.
That's
Boop,
right.
boop, boop,
Just
boop,
rolled
boop.
right up in there. All up in there. So what are you guys are going as Vikings
Yeah.
for
It's gonna be cold as shit here though. It's like a low of 29 tomorrow, which is kind of funny. Like when I was driving to work this morning, I drove by Discount Tires, and there was a fucking line from parking lot to parking lot around Discount Tires, and I was like, "What? Like, are they like giving some shit away or what?" But I figured out it's because it got cold and everybody's tire pressure is all fucked up. It's kind of one of those goofy Texas things. Like you don't
because
up in Colorado,
fucking
we never
surrounded
have
by
that issue.
you're surrounded by idiots.
Yeah, people are prepared in Colorado, but there like I'm not kidding. There was probably at least 40 to 50 cars waiting to get air in their tires at discount.
I believe it. I totally believe it, especially down there. Bunch of fucking goofballs. Oh, my tire light's on. Better stop by Discount Tire and let them tell me that it's nothing wrong. Just drive the fucking car, let it warm up. You'll be fine. Especially with all these dealerships putting fake nitrogen caps on just so they can save nitrogen and charge $195 for it.
Or putting real nitrogen in and really not knowing like if it
Like
makes that
it
big a difference.
doesn't make any difference. It's
But
supposed to
they do it with
better
airplanes.
regulate. They're just stupid. Um, I'm not a big fan of the show, never was, but Matthew Perry died a couple days ago,
Yeah.
croaked in his hot tub, or his jacuzzi, as they say. Is there really a difference between a jacuzzi and a hot tub? I guess jacuzzi has jets, maybe a hot tub doesn't.
I don't think I've ever been in anything that doesn't have jets, so I don't know.
We're gonna have to get somebody
The
figure that out for
specialist.
us.
Yeah, that's it just sucks because you know that he struggled with alcohol and partying and stuff like that
Drug use. He had
for
to
a
have
long
his
time.
freaking colon sewed back together and his stomach lining in 2018 because of so much drug use. I mean, the
Yeah.
guy fucking ruined himself. Says
But
he never remembered 3 years of filming, even.
yeah. And probably like my favorite stuff that he put out. I like Friends okay. I was never like a crazy Friends person, but I have watched all through it for the most part. Um, but the whole 9 yards, that was a fantastic movie with Bruce Willis and him.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, it's so good.
It's so good. It's so good on my tongue. Um,
You see
sounds good.
Amanda Pete's boobs in it? It's pretty sweet.
I'm in. That's all you had to say. I mean,
I know how you feel about boobs.
well, I know you sent me a nice little meme or
Oh, the
gif or
ghosts,
the
the
these little
googly eyes.
ladies running around with these titty ghosts. They were they had sheets over them, and instead of having their eyes cut out, they had their boobies cut out, and the boobies were jiggling around as like their eyeballs. That's the best Halloween costumes I've ever seen. Um, it was very nice. I would love to be scared by those ghosts.
Boo.
Boo,
Bzz.
please. Give me all them titties, boy. All them titties. I like them all. Um, yeah, I mean, I guess obviously it's sad when anybody dies and everybody gets all, ooh, but it's a celebrity. They're just a person. I mean,
It's pretty
whatever.
young, but yeah, you're right.
54. Yeah. Pretty young, I guess. But whatever. I mean, hey, Bull from Night Court died this week too.
I'm not familiar with whatever that is.
Night Court, the old show, stupid show, somewhat funny but stupid.
Is that like
Um,
People's Court?
Pretty much,
Because that shit's pretty good.
but this is like a sitcom show.
Oh, then I'm out.
Oh, I'm tired. It's really late for me to be recording a
Yeah,
podcast.
I'm tired.
But
My
I
schedule's all fucked up
why?
because I
Because you worked
switched. No,
one day
I don't.
different.
Yeah, I don't even know what day it is. Like,
I don't know, but I do know one thing. Halloween is tomorrow, and the kids are gonna love it. Halloweeny. Um, I can't wait for all the pictures. I got to see a little post. Wow, that's a nice picture behind me. A little posting of some pumpkin shredding going on at your house today.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Um, did it smell like pumpkins when you walked in?
I had to pick some, or just before we started, I had to pick some pumpkin seeds out of my teeth because you know how those fucking things go.
I don't eat them.
They're lit. Yeah, I don't know. Like, it's like one of those things you have like a handful on Halloween, or like when they bake them, and then you're like, I'm good.
I don't like them at all. They're fucking
The shell
disgusting.
is so thick. Like,
I'm not even a huge fan of pumpkin. I like it a little bit. It's one of those very seasonal for me. Um,
one
somebody
small
had a
slice with some whipped cream, and you're good to go.
I don't even know it's the texture thing. It's like just eating a pudding pie.
Or like
I
a
like
mushy banana.
I like pecan.
Is it
Pecan.
is it you that like races like to eat the banana because it's gets too mushy?
What'd you say
I
about?
don't
Did you say something
remember who
about
told me that.
raises?
No, like race to eat a banana, like eat as fast as you can because it gets too mushy.
No, I've never even heard that.
Oh, well, somebody in my life feels that way.
Beebs? Beebs, maybe?
I don't think so.
Do you think? I don't know. I haven't eaten a banana. I can't tell you
Might
how
be
long.
Amber. She might have told me that.
I did have some banana pudding flavored peanuts just
What?
yesterday. Yeah. Yeah, they were, and the brand of peanuts is called D's Nuts,
That makes sense. Yeah,
and it's peanut butter flavored. It's pretty good. I ate
peanut
the whole
butter
bag.
flavor.
No, I meant to say banana pudding flavored.
Oh,
Peanut butter is good too,
is it
but
like a coating or is it? It's like a
yeah, it's like
seasoning.
a powdery coating.
Oh,
Pretty good.
okay. I probably won't try it. I don't like bananas very much. Like
I like bananas, but only the flavor. I don't like any of that texture. Ugh.
like banana laffy taffy. Like give me any other fucking flavor than that disgusting piece of shit.
I agree. I'm not a big fan of that. No thanks. Um, I don't have what's it called this week? We don't have a
Tips.
just the tips because we're going to stop doing them.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. We're not going to stop. I just don't have one this week.
Okay.
But you know what we do have? We have
7
nothing.
inches
I just want to
combined.
say it. Not even that, dude. I've seen you and you've seen me, and we ain't working with a lot. But what was I say? Oh, so in St. Joe talked about the horror
Yeah, the
movies,
whores.
the horrors, and I was trying to think if there was any other horror movies that I've seen that I was thinking of that. I mean, all the ones he's saying, obviously, I don't. I kind of agreed with him. I don't really think that Scream's a horror movie. I don't even think it's a slasher movie. It's a comedy,
Yeah,
kind of like Saw. I mean, Saw's kind of a
just
slasher horror.
demented.
He didn't make the list, did he?
Yeah, yeah, he
Oh, he
put
did.
it on there.
Saw did. Okay. Um, like I said, I
I
don't.
think Keb disagreed with him, but it was on there.
Okay. Well, it's I think one of the biggest horror movies ever,
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 ever, ever, ever.
um, would have to be Lady and the Tramp.
Oh, yeah, the Italian waiter.
Yeah,
Yeah, that guy sucks.
brutal. What an asshole. Asshole mio, big time.
Hassle mio.
Also think about it. I mean, we've got uh, what's that movie with Simba, um,
Lion King.
Lion King. What's his name? Slither, Slather,
Scar.
Skater, Scar. Yeah, that motherfucker.
You
He's
were
a villain
close,
too.
man.
He's a good villain. Um, but they didn't really do villains and characters as much as they did horror movies, right? Or I thought it started off as horror, like the main characters.
He was pointing out the villains.
Okay,
Yeah,
so there's a lot of good villains, like in
sure.
TV shows too. Dexter, what a great villain.
Oh, that's a great show.
Um, Yeah, there's
It
a lot
well,
of
it
those.
it was a great show until they got to like the last couple seasons, then it just went haywire.
Yeah, it's kind of wild, kind of wacky doodle.
I didn't watch any of
Um,
the new ones though either. It came
I
like back
watched,
out like a year or two ago.
yeah, I watched, I think, the first episode and I was like, this sucks.
Can't
I
do
mean,
it.
it got weird with the kid thing. I mean, all of it just was fucking weird. But I've been actually binging my way through Fear the Walking Dead, the major spinoff of The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
And I've actually been enjoying it a lot, which is surprising, but it's not as it doesn't get as stale as The Walking Dead did. It actually
Yeah,
keeps
somebody
moving.
somebody last week told me they had never watched The Walking Dead, and I said, "Do yourself a favor, just watch the first season. Like it's only 6 episodes, I'm pretty sure. It's a real quick run through, but just the drama and the intensity of that first season is fucking it's kind of unmatched, I think, like with a series that really wasn't known until the full thing was out. Like I didn't know I didn't watch it like as it came out. Like I
Not
think I
me
watched
either.
it when it came on Netflix or something, and I just watched the first season. And at the end of that, like when they're in the tank and he's riding the horse through Atlanta or whatever, that shit's just crazy.
Yeah, my roommate at the time, Ross, watched the show, and apparently because he was kind of a comic book cool, bullshit kind of guy that was into comic books and regular books and shit. And he knew about the story and he knew when they were getting ready to put the show out. So he watched it and it was, I mean, on Thursday nights or whatever night it was originally on, he was always watching it. He says, "You got to watch this show." I was like, "I've never even heard of it." He tells me about it and I'm like, "It sounds okay. I like zombies, I guess." And he said, "But you got to watch the whole thing." I said, "Well, how am I do that?" He says, "Well, on demand." Back then,
Yeah.
I didn't really know what on demand was, so I ended up watching it. That was the same way, like that when he's on the horse and the first zombie the first dead, the walker that he sees is a little girl.
Yeah.
And he's he said he's on the horse going over the bridge in the Atlanta that's all
Fucked
crappy
up.
and looks like a war torn city. But yeah, Rick Grimes, what a great character. And you know what? There's some good villains in The Walking Dead. Negan was great.
Yeah.
Um, the I'd have to what's her name? The Whisperer lady.
The
This is
bald
after
lady.
you stopped talking. Yeah, the bald lady.
Yeah.
God, I can't remember. That's awful that I can't remember the names because I've watched all the show. But
It was so
um,
long it just drug on and on. Like they could
it
have
did
condensed every season by about half,
absolutely.
and it would have been way easier to keep up with.
Yeah, I think the fan base probably would have been pissed. They wanted so much. Excuse me, they wanted so much detail and backstories on everybody that
Bullshit.
some bullshit, motherfuckers. Um, it's I don't know. Still a great show. I think it's a really good show. I think it ran too long. I think the spinoffs are really cool. I just watched the one with Daryl when he's in France,
Yeah.
and it's it's really cool. And apparently, there's one with Rick and Michonne coming out. I watched the one, The City of the Dead, which was with Negan and Maggie, the wife of Glenn, who
Sound like
Negan
you're
put a
fucking
baseball to.
three knuckles deep in that fucking shit.
I fisted the fuck out of that show, bro. The Walking Dead universe, dude.
You're
I went
in.
both hands in that shit.
Yeah.
You know what? It's really not that hard to fist something. If you just work it in a little bit, you'd be surprised at what you can get in there.
Really?
Um, yeah, it's pretty amazing. So let me see if there's anything else I had written down here for me to talk about. I doubt it. No, not really. Um, I'm all geared up, ready to go to freaking Vegas. So I'm not like I've got a what they call it, short timers disease at work right now. Like I'm not even paying attention to anything except like getting ready to go to Vegas.
Yeah. Well,
That's all I
good.
want to do.
How
I am
soon is that?
taking next Tuesday.
Ooh.
It's next Tuesday morning at 4:30 a.m. I get picked up by the car service,
We better get busy.
get taken to the airport, and then get into Vegas at 9 a.m. Drive to the Laughlin Ranch Golf and Country Club. We tee off at 1:30 that afternoon for first practice round, and then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Let's get it. Let's motherfucking get it. And I'm gonna play me a lot of that Texas poker, Texas Hold'em shit at night
Yeah,
that me
that
and you
was
were
fun.
playing. Yeah, I had a blast doing that.
You better win this tournament and not shit the bed like last time, though.
What are you talking about? I won money last time. I didn't win first,
Yeah, that's what I'm
but
talking about.
I won good money, and that's all that matters. I'm going out with more money so I can put even more money on myself.
Oh, good.
Yeah. I'm betting the kitchen sink, baby.
Are you playing like teams or like
Yeah.
all individual? Yeah,
Teams. It's a big thing. I try to explain it, but since I mean you have played golf and you have the somewhat
I'm
of an
like an expert, bro.
understanding, the Calcutta stuff, you would have no clue. Because I didn't. And I have a pretty good grasp on it. And I'm like, what the it's the betting of it. It's not even I mean, you could do a Calcutta with all kinds of things. It doesn't have to be a golf
Golf,
tournament, of course,
golf.
but Joffing the Joffers, Joffing J. It's what was that?
I don't recall.
I think you just shit your little panties. And it sounded real weak.
Well, I
Um
was trying not to shit.
you're just trying to cut a little air out of the tires.
Yeah,
You
I was
you
overinflated.
overinflated too much pressure in that tire. So yeah, I'm excited to get out there, have some fun, just get away from everything and do something I actually really love, which is play golf. And I've been playing good golf lately, so I'm hoping it just kind of translates into some money.
So since
And
you've spent so much time in Vegas, do you have any like every time you go there you must do X Y Z, or is it just pretty much whatever?
there's a restaurant that I always go to. It's a fast food Mexican joint. It's called
Mm,
Roberto's.
yeah.
Roberto's Taco Shop.
Okay.
Um, best carne asada shit I've ever had in my life. Burritos, tacos, nachos, whatever you want. And it's kind of like when I go into Fort Collins, hit up Big City Burrito. Big City Burrito is nowhere near as good as Roberto's,
Yeah.
but Roberto's is a West Coast thing. Arizona, Nevada,
Yeah.
California.
Whenever we go to Phoenix, Amber makes us go to Filiberto's, which I'm guessing is probably pretty similar.
Um, Roberto's is kind of like a chained hole in the wall. There's not a nice place to sit in there and eat. It's
Yeah.
all carry
That's
out.
what. Yeah. That's what this is like.
Yeah, it's probably very, very similar. Um, you'd almost think it was run down, but the food is so fucking good. But it was like that. There was a Mexican joint right outside of Varsity in Fort Worth when I was working there. That was like had some of the best tacos I've ever had in my life, and this place was a shithole.
Well, that's like what I can't figure out here is like something as simple as a breakfast burrito just doesn't exist
Burrito.
like it did
Yeah,
in,
no.
Colorado. Even Wyoming had good breakfast burritos.
Hey, the Cabaroni did join in. Um, he says, "How about them Broncos and the Jags?" You know what? We didn't give props to the Jags because, well, we're Bronco fans, but
So we're not going to talk about it.
we're not going to talk about them and the Duval Goobers. But we will talk about Las Vegas and food because it's fucking delicious. But shout out to Kev for joining us. He said he would. He recorded his show tonight, which makes sense
Perfect.
because his show comes out tomorrow. No, it
Yeah.
doesn't. Comes out
No,
Monday
2 days.
or
I
Wednesday.
told you, I'm all fucked up on the
I'm
days.
fucked up too. It doesn't
Tomorrow
matter.
feels like Wednesday for sure.
Oh my god, we're in trouble. I better edit this fucking thing tonight so I can make sure it goes out on Friday. Um, yeah, I think Keb's doing his Keb and Friends stuff on Refiltered. He needs to bring the mic on there.
Yeah, he could.
He needs to bring the Trick or Skeet and have him as a guestie on the
I,
pod.
I'm busy, but I'm
Yeah,
open for invites.
yeah, you are. Get out there and spread your little wings, you little cherub, chubby,
I'm
fat
gonna
fuck.
spread my seed into the listening land.
Wow. I guess. That's pretty rich, but we'll let it pass. Um,
That hat is pretty rich, is what you meant to say.
this hat is pretty fucking badass. I don't know what you're talking about. It's freaking awesome. And that's why you want to tune in on the YouTubes, which is the Two Penny Podcast on YouTube. Check it out because
Sometimes Jay wears hats.
Jay wears some badass shit. Check out this fucking hoodie I'm wearing. Hello.
Yeah, I like that. It's got the
This is your kind of color
Southwest
thing.
flair.
Oh, yeah. It's nice. Makes me want some green chili on my eggs, baby. Nothing like having a nice bowl of breakfast potatoes with some eggs and green
So,
chili.
you want to hear a good story? So,
I guess
one
I
time,
do.
one time when I was coming back from Wyoming, I stopped in Cheyenne at the tortilla factory to get my favorite green chili. Their spicy green chili is just fucking so good.
I know you
And
like
so
it.
I brought two of the big ones back, which I guess would be quarts, I think. And I offered Tucker some, and he said, "Yeah, yeah, I'll take some." And I think I gave you some too. That was probably the same trip. And
If you did, I ate it all.
this stuff is pretty dang spicy. So like a couple weeks later, I was like, "Hey Tucker, did you like the chili?" And he goes, "Yeah, that shit was spicy as fuck, but I ate the whole thing." Like he didn't put it on anything. He ate it like a bowl of chili. I was like, dude,
Well,
that's a sauce. Like you're supposed to put it on like a burrito or like
it's
in
not a bowl of
tacos,
chili. Um, although I've had green chili,
like
like
chili verde,
yeah, I've had it with
big pork cubes,
big
and
pork stuff in it and
yeah,
tortilla shells they've torn up and put in there like little Mexican dumplings.
yeah. I
Um,
was laughing so hard.
one of my favorite things is get a nice big bowl of that kind of the porked up green chili and have it
The
with some
chili verde,
tortillas.
yeah.
Just oh God, I miss green chili so bad. I might get some of that when I'm out there in Arizona
Yeah.
in Nevada. Nevada, China.
China.
Yeah. How about we do a little Mike's musical ministry? Why don't we jump right into that?
Sure, let's just cruise right along. We don't need to be here for a long time if it's a good time.
That's right. I'm not here for a long time. I'm here for as fast as I can come and go. Go ahead and talk about your music today.
All right, so I picked another artist that is an older artist, but came out with some new music. The more I listen to it, the more I like it. But it's Sum 41, and the song is called Landmines. But it was kind of a song that popped up when I was browsing, and found that Bush song a couple weeks ago. That was kind of a dud, but I still wanted to share it just because it's weird to hear them 30 years after the fact.
You've had almost a full year at Duds.
Well, I've been on longer than a year.
Nope. I haven't. I mean, I know it. I'll look, but it's not a year yet.
It's got to be close.
Because I was in Vegas. It was shortly after I got back from Vegas last year. I hate to break it off the musical ministry, but I did a podcast with my buddy Keith when I
Yeah.
was out there, and that was the second week of November. And then it was just, I think in December or right around Thanksgiving or the 1st of December was when you first came on. So almost rolling up on the year. Almost.
We'll have to celebrate good times.
Almost 50 episodes
Come
in
on.
with just a Mikey.
Go
ahead.
Yeah, so anyway, so it's if you like Sum 41 from back in the day, you should have no problem digesting this song. So I did, and I do, and I'm going to keep going, even if Jay doesn't like it.
All right, so let's check out Sum 41 Landmines.
And I don't want to believe that maybe this is the end. I know you're kind of a tease, but is this really pretend? Something tells me I'm wrong. With you I never can tell. The way you drag me along, the way I put you through hell. Tell me, am I insane? Is this where we belong? Is it pleasure or pain that we're still hanging on? Going out of my head. You know true love is dead, but what you said has got me hanging on. I can't help but walk through your landmines, 10 feet and I'm going out of my mind. I'm not right without you, is that so wrong? I can't help but walk through your landmines. I'm bleeding
Inside Landmines by Sum 41. Wow. Let me tell you something about that song. It was right up there with all the other bullshit that Mike brings to the table each and every week. It fucking sucked.
I think it's got the formula of like 90% of the music from the 2000s.
Yeah, it sounded like every fucking thing they released back in the day. Derek Whibley. Wubbly. Derek Whibley. That's his name. The lead singer for Sum 41.
Yeah.
He's got a weird spelling to his first fucking name. But anyway, I hate people that have weird spellings in their names.
You seem to know a lot about him for hating him so much.
I know a lot about music, Mike. Unfortunately, and it doesn't leave my fucking brain. He was married to Avril Lavigne.
Yeah. That's
Um,
because they're both Canadian.
she's hot.
And then she
And
didn't she
Chad
didn't
Kroger
she
after
yeah, and then she married another Canadian.
yeah,
Doesn't
she's
learn her
made the
fucking
list.
lesson.
She could have me. I mean,
Non-Canadian.
non-Canadian. There ain't a Canadian thing about me.
Do you think she's hot or no?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. I don't know. Something about that kind of little hot
fucked up
trashy
teeth.
thing. I don't know about the fucked up
Her
teeth.
jewel teeth.
I don't like the hairy teeth. Not a fan of that, but everything else about her, just that kind of little attitude. She's cool.
Yeah.
Those Canadian chicks are wild. I mean, Alanis Morissette with her, go down on you in the theater. I mean, those girls are nasty, and I like it.
That's because they spend a lot of time indoors. Like
they do. What was I gonna say? Oh, you know who else is nasty? Miss
Yes.
Jackson, if you're nasty. Just another reference to Kev when he threw that out in his podcast, which I thought was probably one of the best ever. That was like one of the best, like little like quips that I've heard out of Kev ever. Mr. the Keb, if you're nasty. And Mr. the Keb, I mean, now granted, LL Roger Wright used to say that. Roger LL Wright. But I mean, everybody calls him Mr. the Keb now, mainly because you call him Mr. the Keb. I mean, so even St. Joe was calling him Mr. the Keb today.
I think it's the best thing.
I agree.
To do.
Mr. the Keb. And
I think my favorite moment he goes this is like a long time ago. I don't know why everybody keeps calling me Mr. the Keb.
Yeah, I think St. Joe posed a question to me. Oh, no, he didn't. He hit a little topic that he wanted us to discuss on, and we'll touch on that in just one second. But I also remember last year when I was down in Florida, because you know what? It was later. It hasn't been a year yet even. We're still a couple months out because I went down to Florida and recorded with all the boys from the Unfiltered. Yep. And,
God, it feels like forever.
I know. Trust me. You're my little fucking chubby backpack that I carry around every Monday. I love it. I'm just kidding. You carry the show. You're the man. But with your Trick or Skeet, different names every week. Trick or Skeet's pretty good.
I'll take Skeet.
I kind of want to. I'll take Skeet, please. LL.
Well, the funny part about this too is that it doesn't even show on YouTube, so nobody really knows what the fuck like where you just say it, but nobody knows why.
Yeah, true. I think one of my favorite things though was last year when I was down there doing that Unfiltered get together thing that we did. It was is when Beeb's daughter goes, "What's a cab?" We were talking about cab. I was like, "That's so awesome." What's a cab? I need to bring that soundbite back out. But so St. Joe sent me I've been trying to add you to the little group chat, but I can't figure out how to do it. I think it was maybe because I didn't start it, but maybe I'll start one with all of us in it. But anyway, he sends me a thing and he saw a thing on there about there was and I thought many of you seen this TikTok, but it's a straight man looking for a straight man to marry.
Okay.
And before you think, well, that's still kind of gay, by the end of that podcast or by the end of that TikTok, you're thinking, this guy's got a fucking point.
Yeah.
So St. Joe was like, you and Mike got to talk about this. So I'm a straight guy. And let's say
Yeah.
you were a single straight guy. I want to marry you.
Okay.
And in this post or this video, he talks a lot about it, but it's like, it makes sense to me. He's like, all right, so this, I'll pretend I'm him and you're the guy he's talking to, but he says, you know what, you can, let's get married. I want a dual income household.
Yeah.
I want all the benefits that are awarded to a married couple by the tax, you know, laws in
Exemptions,
this
whatever.
country.
Yeah.
Um, you can date as many women as you want, have as many girlfriends as you want, bring as many women as you want to the house, have sex with anything and everything you want to, do whatever you want. Go out at night, come back drunk as fuck, call me, I'll pick you up, whatever. I don't care what you do. You
Right.
know, if you want to pick up around the house a little bit, great. If you don't, we'll get a maid. If you want to do a little lawn work,
Because we got plenty of
we
income.
got plenty of money. We got plenty of income. We both are males. We make way more than beaches. Women, I should say, because there are some women that I love out there. My daughter, but
Your sister.
my sister. But it's like you want to. I mean, there's all kinds of benefits. Oh, you want a boat? Do you have a boat? Oh, we'll buy one. You want 2 cars? Great. You want to go on a vacation? Take some. Go. I mean, the income is there, and none of the bullshit. Because what are we going to argue about? I mean, we'll build 2 completely
Separate sides of the
separate
house.
sides of the house. You can have your master suite and whatever you want. You can have your own living room, your own fucking kitchen if you want to. Whatever. We can share grills. We can not share grills. We can cook. We can not cook. We can do whatever the fuck we want, and we have all the benefits of having that dual income.
Yeah, I think it would certainly change the dynamic of if you like having college roommates if everybody was wealthy
Yeah.
or, just had good income because, you hated having roommates because somebody's lazy, they're not doing their part. Somebody's got food in the fridge, somebody else doesn't, like,
Yeah.
and so you're fighting over I don't know. A lot of my like roommate shit was passive aggressive, so there wasn't like any drag out fights by any means, but I do remember one time like our garbage can got so fucking full that I don't know, it had to be like 2 feet over the thing was filled with garbage, and I was the only one who ever took it out, and I just got sick of it. And I had a roommate from Saudi Arabia that he just wouldn't do fucking anything, but he would definitely add to the garbage pile. So one day how did it go? I like asked him to take it out, and he said okay, and he didn't. And so I like pulled it in the middle of the room, and he still didn't. And so I put it in his bedroom. And then when he got home, I pretended like I was asleep, and I just hear, "What the fuck?" like from the room next to me. And he pulled it back out into the kitchen, and I said, "Well, fuck that." So I put it back into his room and like, bagged it all up, put it in his room till he finally took it out. It's just like, I don't know, like roommates are a pain in the ass too, but if
But
you're not living on
if
top
it
of each
was, I'm not
other
talking about a roommate
and
situation when you have to live together because you can't afford it. I'm saying we can afford a fucking palatial estate.
mansion,
We can have fucking anything we want
yeah.
because if you combine us, we're fucking millionaires. And it's like, I don't know. I'm thinking I'm in, honey.
Well, we can just do that now if you want to take on the whole family.
I don't want to have to pay for your fucking rug rats and your wife.
Come on now.
She's a pain in the ass. She fucking bully. She's a bully ass motherfucker is what she is.
That's well, bully and mother. Like it's hard to get them fucking kids in line sometimes without raising that voice.
I ain't one of her fucking kids. I call you. She's like, fuck off. I'm like, what? I wasn't talking to you. Why am I
Tell
on
them to get fucked.
speakerphone? Tell them to get fucked. I'll see how good that works for me when I talk to her that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, exactly. No, I ain't doing it. But yeah, so me and Mike are gonna get married. as he shits his pants again. If you want to see Mike shit his pants, tune into YouTube as he leans forward and lets it rip off that seat. Do you have a plastic chair in there, or is it like a nice
Oh,
cushiony
it's
one?
plastic. Yeah.
Mine is too up here. Um, I know the studio looks nice with the fancy lights and the beautiful montage of scapes firing off behind me and this beautiful hat. But the old plastic chair, that's right. So anyway, I guess we're done. We got to figure it out if we're going to record next Monday, which I hope we don't. Um, we
Well, that would
can.
mean we have to record 2 episodes, right?
No, I'm back.
Or you'll be
I'm back
you'll
on Sunday.
okay.
I mean, flying back Saturday night. I'm taking the red eye. I leave at 11 o'clock out of Vegas.
Well, I'm also going out of town the week of the 13th, so we'll have to work around that too.
We'll figure it. I can always get guests to fill in for you
Yeah.
because people like to come in and fill your shoes, or they try to, but they can never
Oh,
stack up.
yeah.
They can
Thanks for
never stack up to you.
appreciate
You're like the honey on my lips,
your honesty.
and that's delicious. But it's not a problem for me to find people to guest. We do have a guest that actually, I guess, would be a bigger personality and entertainer for us that wants to come on the show. I need to nail down when that can happen, and we'll figure it out. But that's pretty good. That was a good one.
Yeah.
And so yeah, we'll get that going. We got more stuff in the works coming up. Kind of a quick episode this week because Mike and I are both off our fucking games coming on to this late. We both think it's Tuesday for some reason, and we're all fucked up. Make sure Kev or nobody else mentioned or made any comments over on the stream. He did say 2 penny takeover, which
I think he's talking about us being on there or me being on there. Somebody being on there.
I think you should be on his show for sure. I've been on his show before. I think it'd be good for Mike to be away from my loud mouth and be able
And
to
be with Keb's loudmouth.
Kev is great though. Kev is one of those Kev is probably
It should be an easy transition for me.
I will say this because I've heard Kev on many different podcasts. And he's pretty talented the way he can weave in and out of whatever the climate of the
Yeah.
show is, which is actually, a good thing. I mean, he was on radio for a while, so he's comfortable not having to curse. He can keep it PG-13 if he has to. And but I mean, why fucking do that? But he
Balls.
balls, titties, pussy,
Quesadilla.
quesadilla, broccoli. But yeah, so Keberoni, Mr. the Keb, take my boy Trick or Skeet, Mr. Mike here, and you guys can have a Mr. show. Mr. I think you killed the pizza lady. Or
Hey,
whatever.
mister.
Hey, Mr.
I think you killed her.
I think you killed. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, so hey, that's going to wipe it up for us this week. We appreciate you tuning in. Make sure you join us each and every Monday night, usually at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Did you
You
say
can always
whop it up?
whop it up. That's right. I'm a whop you whop. Hey, yo.
I was
Yeah.
thinking wet ass pussy, but
Oh, hell yeah. I know what you've been thinking about all day, you little nasty turd. You sent me
I
that
mean,
pic,
that's
that meme this.
that's-
I mean, you're just a
that's
horn
culture,
ball.
man. That's pop culture.
You're just a horny turd, little horny toad down there in Tejas, which is colder than here in Jersey. By
It's
far.
fucking cold. I tell you what.
You pussies. Hopefully, no more Texans freeze to death. If they do, fuck them.
Ha ha ha.
I
like
your
that laugh.
So
That might be
good.
the best clip ever.
It is. It's by far. Yeah, it is. It's really good. So, yeah. I mean, why not wrap it up? Wind it up. You're done, and we're done. And guess what? I'm retiring a saying because somebody asked me to. And but I will say this: go fuck yourself. Always go fuck yourself, because apparently people do want to fuck me because I'm the shit. So I can't be saying that no more. I don't know who, but somebody somewhere does. So I shouldn't be so self-deprecating. Is that the word?
Well, prostitutes always like you.
Love all them prostitutes. Shout out to all my hoes in
On
different
the
area
Jersey
codes.
Show.
On the Jersey Show. All my hoes on the show. That's right. Jay's hoes on the show. That's a new show I could do. Like Kev in the car. Jay on the hoe. Yeah, this is fucking falling off the deep end quick. Let's get out of here because nobody
Bye.
else is for surely listening to us. All right, we'll see you next time, people. Adios. Good. Wait, hold on. It's only fair if I say check out all our friends over the Unfiltered Studios, unfpod.com. Make sure you check them out. All of Kev's properties can be found there. You can click play on just about everything. They've got fucking movies and lists and inspirational and
Whatever you need,
advice.
they got it.
Jesus, everything besides like I'm waiting on a do-it-yourself podcast. They need to add that there.
Yeah.
Somebody can talk people through doing an oil change on a car,
Or putting air in their tires when it gets cold outside.
or folding your clothes. Something cool.
All right.
Or a cooking show.
Oh, I'm not
Oh,
doing my own podcast. I refuse.
Yeah, you shouldn't. Anyway, all right. We'll see you next time. Adios, people. Goodbye.
Take your great value in a Arrivederci.